Joining me now is lead writer at The Australian, Graham Lloyd. Graham, the news this week dominated largely by the ongoing fallout of that Pelosi visit to Taiwan.
That's right. Morning, Kieran. Certainly it was an extraordinary appearance this week by the Chinese ambassador at the press club. And there's some debate whether, it's worthwhile giving the Chinese a platform in that sense. I think it provides a very good window into exactly how the CCP is able to shift the status quo and then redefine its position. And that's what we're dealing with. There's a lot of commentary about the CCP testing out the resolve of the West on the issue of Taiwan and its indignation. But we should also recognise that there's a big process going on also in China for Xi Jinping. There's a meeting coming up later in this year where he's trying to extend his powers in an unprecedented fashion, and there's a lot riding on it at the time when the virus is out of control in places and the economy's in really poor shape. So we can expect things to be pretty rocky, at least until the end of the year, and goodness knows where it will end up.
Big news in the US too with those raids at Donald Trump's Florida home. What's been the wash-up of that?
Well, look, it's extraordinary for somebody who craves martyrdom status. Donald Trump probably couldn't have had a better week. It's reanimated his base and I think left people generally confused. There's a couple of issues there. One is a civil case that at the end of the day will basically be a number on a bit of paper. The other, the raids by the FBI, well, it's very difficult to know exactly what it's all about. And on past form, you really need to see where it all ends up before you can make too much of a call on it. Certainly, though, Donald Trump's back in the news. His base is animated. They think he's been hard done by. And goodness, it's going to keep him going for some time to come.
And back home, the Prime Minister back at work tomorrow with attention very much turning to that jobs summit next month.
The Job Summit is certainly the set piece that's coming up, and the challenge for the government seems to be to keep some pretty defined parameters around what it's supposed to be doing. There was a few reports this week. One that was noticeable was from the ACTU, and there's a submission that they are preparing for the summit, and they want to do a raft of things. They want to change the way dividends are treated. They want to cancel the stage 3 tax cuts. They want to have market interventions that are well beyond what we would have thought the Jobs and Skills Summit would be. The other thing is reports from Victoria and Queensland about the rise in the public service numbers in those states. I think, really we need to guard against using the public service to solve any job issues and really concentrate on productivity in the private sector.